The road to WrestleMania has come to Hollywood. We are live inside Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California for Monday Night Raw. And en route to the Elimination Chamber, a massive six-man tag team matchup is on hand later tonight. The Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu and the World Tag Team Champions Tama, Tonga and Tonga of the Bloodline take on John Cena, the Royal Rumble match winner CM Punk, and the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes. And speaking of the American Nightmare, kicking things off tonight in the City of Angels is yours truly, the undisputed WWE Champion. And of course, coming up in less than 2 weeks' time at the Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia, Cody Rhodes makes his very first defense of the championship gold around his waist, one-on-one with the great one, The Rock. Just a few weeks removed from winning that championship back at the Royal Rumble against the man he teams with tonight, the greatest of all time, John Cena. Cody Rhodes tried to celebrate that victory 2 weeks ago on Raw, but The Rock stuck Solo Sikoa on Cody. The Rock made his presence felt moments later and announced that he was coming for the gold in Perth, Australia. Well, I'm sure Cody has a lot on his mind and is itching to get his hands in the bloodline, looking to kill two birds with one stone here tonight in Los Angeles. What a way to kick things off here on Monday Night Raw. The champ has arrived. Well, this was indeed advertised last week as a face-to-face confrontation. And here comes the final boss himself. Well, Cody's right. No time to rest. No time to celebrate on the road to WrestleMania. The #1 contender for the undisputed championship, as anointed by himself, The Rock has arrived in a city that he knows oh so well. The Rock is live in Hollywood. The final boss looks to finally bring the undisputed WWE Championship back to his bloodline on Sunday night, February the 15th at the Elimination Chamber. The Rock hoped that Roman Reigns would be the one to do it. He failed to do so. The Rock hoped that Solo Sikoa or Jacob Fatu would win the Royal Rumble. They failed to do so. The Rock said last week that if the final boss wants something done right, the final boss will do it himself, and he plans to execute at the Elimination Chamber. A heated confrontation between champion and his upcoming challenger. The Rock promising to come alone at Opus Stadium, Perth, Australia on the 15th, where the final boss, The Rock, hopes to bring back the undisputed WWE Championship to his bloodline for the first time in many years, but standing in his way, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Well, speaking of the Elimination Chamber, we first want to take you back to last week on Raw. A brawl ensuing in the backstage area, spilling out to the stage and then down the ringside between recent rivals in the Ring General Gunther and the Apex Predator Randy Orton. It looked as if it was going to be a repeat of months ago in Hamburg, Germany, where Gunther sidelined Randy Orton with a beatdown, bloodied him, put him through the announce table. I don't know who started this fight in the backstage area, but I know it was Orton that finished it at RKO, sending Gunther through the announce table. And after this attack last week, Gunther not cleared to compete here tonight. He was originally signed on for an Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup. Now that Gunther's not cleared to compete, who's Seth Rollins' opponent gonna be? We're gonna find out right here and right now. The road to WrestleMania, high and heavy. Twists and turns in every way. You gotta expect the unexpected. You gotta be ready to think on your feet. Rollins prepared for Gunther. Gunther, however, not cleared for competition. So now the visionary, the revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins walks into an Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup. But who is his opposer?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds,
the man who nearly went wire to wire in the Royal Rumble matchup a couple of weeks ago. Seth Rollins said on Raw last month that he is hell-bent on getting back to the main event of WrestleMania. Hell-bent on being a world's champion again. The Elimination Chamber could be his ticket to doing so. But first, Rollins has got to get through this qualifying matchup. No Gunther. However, who is going to step up? Who has been rewarded the opportunity in this Elimination Chamber qualifying match? Oh yeah, this is gonna be good!
and his opponent from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes!
Well, Gunther's loss is Carmelo Hayes' gain. This is going to be a good one here, as our first matchup of the night is about to get underway from Crypto.com Arena here in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The man they call him, a former United States champion on SmackDown, a man who just a number of weeks ago John Cena said has a bright future ahead of him in 2026. Melo don't miss. Well, he's got an opportunity to hit the bullseye tonight. Carmelo Hayes being awarded this opportunity, deserving at that if you ask me. Push Braun Breaker to his limit back on the first Raw of this year. Carmelo Hayes could be about to take the next step in his young career by qualifying for what would be his first Elimination Chamber matchup. Well, Rollins versus Gunther originally on the marquee. You can thank Randy Orton for that matchup being pushed aside. And I'm sure Carmelo Hayes certainly thankful that Orton dropped Gunther with an RKO through the announce table last week. Well, here we go. It's a men's Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup. The winner of this contest moves directly to Sunday night, February the 15th at Opus Stadium in Perth, Australia. An opportunity to challenge for SmackDown's World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania will be on the line inside of the Elimination Chamber. That championship currently held by the Punishment, Damian Priest, over on Thursday nights. So far, the likes of Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn from Monday Night Raw, as well as Big Bronson Reed and Austin Theory from SmackDown, have qualified for the Elimination Chamber. Who's going to take the 5th spot inside of the confines of that demonic structure? Seth Rollins, who competed in the Elimination Chamber matchup last year, made it down to the final 2 with the eventual winner, CM Punk. Carmelo Hayes has never been inside the Elimination Chamber. Could be on the verge of doing so. Look at the athleticism. This guy is a young stud, already so accomplished and still so much career ahead of him is Carmelo Hayes. Ever since he was moved over to Monday Night Raw last summer, Carmelo Hayes has been trying to find his footing on Monday Night Raw and find the right opportunity. He's just got to kick down the door. Will tonight be the night? Melo looking to see his name in the bright lights of Hollywood. And certainly a victory over the veteran Seth Rollins could do wonders for the young career of the man they call him. Melo believes he is a one-of-one superstar. Tonight, the night to prove it. Sounds like some support out there here at Crypto.com Arena for Carmelo Hayes. Certainly Melo starting to become a fan favorite here on Monday Night Raw. We've really seen Melo go back to the drawing board in recent months. This man was once very cocky, very arrogant, and dare I say, got in his own way a lot of times. But Melo's really starting to refocus, go back to the drawing board, and do what he does best, which is bring his incredible athleticism and precision talent into that ring. Melo's been in the ring with some of the best that Raw has to offer. Braun Breaker, Damian Priest, before Priest was moved over to SmackDown. Randy Orton went one-on-one with him last summer. Carmelo Hayes now in the ring with the visionary Seth Rollins as he takes Rollins off his feet off the springboard. Melo could be on the verge of a monstrous opportunity. Double springboard into the crossbody into the cover. And dare I say, Seth Rollins struggling to find some momentum in this Elimination Chamber qualifier. For the most part, Carmelo Hayes has been in control so far, and you gotta believe that has something to do with Rollins preparing for Gunther over the last week, only to get here to Los Angeles tonight and find out Gunther is not cleared to compete. Rollins being forced to think on his feet against a new opponent in Carmelo Hayes. Seth Rollins ain't a veteran of the game, ain't a former world heavyweight champion for no reason as he comes out of the corner with the blockbuster out of the knee you wanted earlier. Seth Rollins stated just a couple of weeks ago on Raw that it's been 2 years since he's held championship gold. 2 years ago was the last time that he was the WWE Champion, main evented WrestleMania. Rollins looking to challenge for the World Championship of SmackDown if he can enter the Elimination Chamber and possibly win the whole thing. First, Carmelo Hayes stands in his way tonight, and that is a task in and of itself. Reversal for reversal this time. Rollins takes down Melo. Strong style kick right across the chest. Seth Rollins Spent a lot of last year involved in the Bloodline story here on Monday Night Raw. Stated he was done fighting Roman Reigns' family drama. Said he was starting to get back to what he does best, and that's being one of the top stars in all of this industry. Melo sent to the outside, full head of steam by Rollins. Look at this somersault through the ropes. Incredible maneuver. Seth Rollins very well may be the fifth man of six to qualify for the Men's Elimination Chamber matchup on the 15th in Australia. Melo now sent back inside of the ring. Springboard high knee by the Visionary. Melo's lights could be off for good, not just yet. And what a matchup to kick things off here on Monday Night Raw. We knew once Carmelo Hayes' music hit and he started walking down the aisle that we were going to be in for a treat here in Crypto.com Arena. Melo create a little bit of separation here, not trying to allow this rally from Rollins to continue. Spiking Rollins running his crown with the tornado DDT out of the corner. And now a first 48 by Melo. And it's another near fall in this Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup. And what a qualifying matchup it has been thus far. And still that six-man tag team matchup to come in your main event here in Los Angeles. Women's Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup on hand as well. Raw's Lyra Valkyria one-on-one against SmackDown's Liv Morgan. Interpromotional battle there. Gonna be a hell of a night here in Hollywood. Nice neck breaker with the assist from the top rope where Melo's perched. And he delivers the frog splash right on the button. And Melo now struggling to put Seth Rollins away. Man, this could be the biggest victory. Bigger than even winning the United States Championship a few years ago. For Carmelo Hayes, this will be that first huge victory in recent memory on Raw that we can look back to in years to come that said it took Melo to the next level. Will Melo be able to capitalize on the opportunity? Can he put away Seth Rollins and head to Perth, Australia? Rollins looking for that not to be the case. Sends Melo into the corner. Uh-oh! Buckle bomb by the Visionary. Looking to shatter the spine of his opponent into the cover. And it's another kick out this time. It's Carmelo Hayes popping the shoulder off the canvas. And who wants it more? In a matchup like this where the stakes are so high, you're going to push yourself past your limits. You're going to try to kick into that different gear. Melo now backed into the corner. Trying to fight back, however. Seth Rollins a little bit shaken up. Melo now sends Rollins into the buckles. Reversal for reversal here. We've seen this a couple of times thus far between these two men here in Los Angeles. Uh-oh, Melo might be dazed off that last shot by Rollins. Seated on the top rope. What's Rollins got in mind? He's gonna meet him up there. Superplex. Not done. Falcon Arrow. Directly to the pin. Another kick out by Melo. Los Angeles on their feet. What a matchup to kick things off tonight on Monday Night Raw. This is what the road to WrestleMania is all about. Competition at the highest. A veteran, a bona fide future Hall of Famer in Seth Rollins, a man who's been in the dance, a man who's held the gold one-on-one against the young and hungry Carmelo Hayes. Oh, wow, look like a zigzag. Melo taking a page out of a former World Heavyweight Champion's book. Seth Rollins, a little bit shaken up. It's Carmelo Hayes who's going to send Rollins to the outside this time, and it's Melo who's taking flight here in LA. Carmelo Hayes, huge maneuver to take Rollins down at ringside, but he's got to capitalize. Sending Rollins back inside of the ring. He's going to strike while the iron's hot. Melo scaling the ropes. Seth Rollins poised in the ring. Melo could be eyeing Rollins up for nothing but net, but Rollins was ready for him. Melo got caught Rollins now. Curb stomp. Into the cover goes the Visionary. Seth Rollins is going to Perth, Australia. Nothing to be ashamed of in defeat. An incredible matchup, and Rollins realizes it as well. A sign of respect between a Hall of Famer, future one at that, and a future main event star here on Monday Night Raw. But it is Seth Rollins who is your victor tonight, and it is Rollins who joins the field on the 15th in Perth, Australia. An opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania hangs in the balance.
In case you've been living under a rock, WWE is on fire right now.
Professional wrestling is electrifying once again.
And next year, we're bringing the show of shows to Las Vegas. WrestleMania in the entertainment capital of the world. Only question is, are you ready?
We want to take you back to last week on Raw in Denver. Stephanie McMahon in the midst of a women's Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup against Tiffany Stratton. But there you see Nia Jax making her way down the ringside, putting her hands on McMahon's Women's Intercontinental Championship. This momentary distraction took Stephanie McMahon's eye off the ball, allowing the Buff Barbie Tiffany Stratton to capitalize. Moments later, Stratton pinning the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Stratton punching her ticket to be a part of the Women's Elimination Chamber matchup on Sunday night, February the 15th. But there is the woman who had 12 eliminations in the Royal Rumble matchup a couple of weeks ago. And clearly Nia Jax is looking to build off that momentum from the Royal Rumble and target Stephanie McMahon's Intercontinental Championship. Well, Nia Jax certainly played a hand in Stephanie not competing inside of the Elimination Chamber matchup in Perth, Australia. I'm sure Nia Jax now wants to make sure she lines up a future championship opportunity for herself in the future here on Monday Night Raw. Alexa Bliss, the goddess herself, stepping up to the plate tonight, going one-on-one with Nia Jax. And very interesting decision here by Raw management to position Alexa Bliss one-on-one against Nia. Alexa's had some history with Stephanie McMahon, even challenged for the Women's Intercontinental Championship in the past during Alba Fire's championship reign. Bliss and McMahon have teamed up with each other in the past, going back to last summer, and I'm sure Alexa Bliss, another one in the Raw roster, who would love an opportunity at Stephanie's Intercontinental Championship. Understand that Nia Jax was the one who threw 12 bodies over the top rope, including Alexa Bliss, in the Royal Rumble matchup, and was the one who was pivotal and Stephanie McMahon not qualifying for the Elimination Chamber last week. But if by hook or by crook, Alexa Bliss can score the upset victory here, Bliss may have an argument herself of possibly challenging for the Intercontinental Championship currently held by La Primera down the line. But that is, of course, going to be easier said than done, as Nia Jax has clearly come to Los Angeles motivated tonight. Nia certainly wouldn't have gotten involved in that Elimination Chamber qualifier last week. She was not confident that she could step up to Stephanie McMahon, challenge for the championship gold, and of course take the gold away. All remains to be seen if Nia's going to get the opportunity that she so desires as she hoists Alexa in the air right here. And Alexa Bliss just getting ragdolled in the middle of Hollywood at the given moment. Nia Jax has been in the ring with Stephanie McMahon in one-on-one action before, going back to last summer. There is some history there between those two women. Nia obviously looking to run another chapter in that rivalry. All the while, Alexa Bliss able to dodge the boot that time. Alexa trying to do all she can. Dip and dodge and strike while she can against Nia Jax, but Nia just not giving Alexa any room to breathe. And Bliss starting to come unglued. Well, this is what you got to do. Alexa Bliss all over Nia. Nia now trying to chase Alexa here. She's on the middle rope, and a crossbody takes Nia off her feet. Huge maneuver by the goddess. Alexa Bliss, veteran of the game, former women's champion, looking to make sure her name is no longer forgotten here on Monday Night Raw. Moonsault, pair of knees right to the abdominal. That'll knock the wind out of anybody any day of the week, twice on Monday. Nia Jax, however, still in this fight. Of course, the Women's Elimination Chamber matchup that we've been discussing. 5 spots filled, 1 more to be determined right here tonight. My goodness. Here on Monday Night Raw, Lyra Valkyria set to go one-on-one with Liv Morgan coming up soon here in Los Angeles. But right now, Nia Jax once again just having her way with Alexa Bliss. Gotta feel bad for Alexa at the given moment as Nia just all over, dropping the leg. I think it's academic from here, but Nia not going for the pinfall just yet. Nia clearly out to make a statement. As if the 12 eliminations in the Royal Rumble matchup a couple of weeks ago weren't enough of a statement. Alexa sent to the corner. I think we know what comes next. Alexa, I'm sure, wishes she was anywhere else but Los Angeles right now. Annihilator by Jax. Pack it up, send it home. This one's over.
Here is your winner, Nia Jax.
Well, Nia Jax with a statement-making victory tonight over Alexa Bliss. And oh, hold on here. I don't think Nia's done just yet. Alexa prone to ringside. And oh my goodness, Nia Jax with a senton off the apron. That is completely unnecessary. This matchup is over, but Nia obviously out to continue to punish Alexa Bliss and continue to make her statement loud and clear to the Raw locker room, and I'm sure especially to the Intercontinental Champion, Stephanie McMahon. Alexa's defenseless at the given moment as Nia's just been tossing her around. We need some help out here. Nia Jax is just going to continue to pick apart Alexa Bliss. I think you made your point. Nia Jax not only victorious, but rubbing a little salt in the wounds of her opponent tonight here in LA. Well, nevertheless, oh, wait a minute, hold on here. Stephanie McMahon hitting the ring and going after the woman who cost her the Elimination Chamber qualifier last week. The Intercontinental Champion has got a bone to pick with Nia, running down here at high heels and looking to use them to her advantage, but Nia Jax with a boot before La Primera can strike. Stephanie McMahon throwing herself into the lion's den here. I understand being frustrated, but you gotta pick your spots, and I'm not sure this was wise. Uh-oh, Nia now gonna make a statement. On behalf of the Intercontinental Champion, Annihilator to the Dark Angel. We're going to need to get some help out here for Alexa Bliss as well as Stephanie McMahon, but we want to move on, ladies and gentlemen, and discuss another matchup that has been signed on for the Elimination Chamber on Sunday night, February the 15th. This thing coming together last week on Raw. The Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, set to go one-on-one for the first time ever against the greatest of all time, John Cena. We want to take you back to last week on Raw in Denver. John Cena's first appearance since losing the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. He threw out the challenge to the locker room. He wondered who was going to step up and face him at what will be his final Elimination Chamber event. Well, Jacob Fatu rearing his ugly head. Jacob Fatu saying John Cena still has a toll to pay with the bloodline. John Cena getting under the skin of Jacob Fatu with a couple of words he had to say. Fatu snapped, and ultimately the Samoan Werewolf was the last man standing in this equation last week on Raw. Of course, their paths will cross yet again in the 6-man tag later tonight, and then they meet one-on-one for the first time ever at the Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chamber, certainly the topic of conversation tonight as we are on the road to WrestleMania. Who will be the next to qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber matchup? We find out coming up next here on Raw, live from Los Angeles. Can't get enough universe mode? PLE kickoff shows, live events, all exclusive to No Nation Gaming channel members. Hit the join button down below and gain access to more universe than ever before. Well, we're back live on Monday Night Raw, and SmackDown's Liv Morgan has made the trip over to the Red Brand for this interpromotional matchup to see who is the last to qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber. Lyra Valkyria representing Raw, and certainly she is motivated to earn an opportunity once more at Roxanne Perez's WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Hell of a lot of history there, but here's Liv Morgan trying to get the job done in the opening moments of this matchup, and she nearly did. Liv trying to throw Lyra off her game. Of course, right off your screen, Liv Morgan did come to Raw tonight with her insurance policy, her best friend, Raquel Rodriguez. Thankfully, she left her boyfriend, Dirty Dom, behind tonight, and those two women came alone. Raquel Rodriguez certainly could be enough to throw Lyra Valkyria off her game and be an X factor in this matchup. Valkyria gonna have to keep a close eye on the former women's world champion at ringside. Lyra Valkyria knows what it's like to be in the ring with Liv Morgan. These two women with history with one another. It was last year at WrestleMania, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Lyra defeating Liv to become the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion. I'm sure that loss has stung with Liv Morgan ever since then. Now they're paths crossing for the first time since that night at last year's WrestleMania. Here they are again, crossing paths on the road to WrestleMania this year. And of course, don't forget what will be on the line inside of the Elimination Chamber. Hold that thought. Lyra dropping the leg. Looking for the victory, not just yet. And of course, an opportunity at the WWE Women's Championship currently held by Roxanne Perez is what will be on the line inside the Women's Elimination Chamber matchup. The winner of that matchup is going directly to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada next month at WrestleMania to challenge for the gold. And very well could be one of these two women headlining those affairs in Las Vegas. Lyra Valkyria now set in the corner while the crash and burn off that moonsault. Judgment Day representative and Liv Morgan looking to come back to Raw tonight. Playing as a visitor, if you will, on Lyra's home turf and get the job done. Be the last to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Lyra Valkyria in a pair of boots to the face. Already signed for the Women's Elimination Chamber matchup. Monday Night Raw's Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill, and Tiffany Stratton. What about one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions? The Man, Becky Lynch, Bayley, qualifying this past Thursday night on SmackDown as well. 5 spots have been filled, 1 more to go. On the other side of the bell, we will have our complete Women's Elimination Chamber matchup for Perth, Australia. Lyra Valkyria, of course, got to be extremely motivated to not only win this matchup, but to win the Elimination Chamber after she was cheated out of her championship matchup at the Royal Rumble by Roxanne Perez. Roxanne using an exposed turnbuckle to steal underneath the turnbuckle, we shall say, behind referee Daphne LaShawn's back to steal the win right out from Lyra's nose. Lyra Valkyria struck back 2 weeks ago, dropping Perez at the top of the stage. But if Valkyria wants to get back into the ring with the championship gold on the line, the Elimination Chamber is going to be the way to do it. Off the middle rope with a crossbody. Lyra not afraid to leave the soles of her boots. There's the standing moonsault she wanted earlier into the cover. And, oh, wait a minute. Referee Rod Zapata distracted. I believe Raquel Rodriguez might have exposed the steal as well underneath the turnbuckle that's off the screen. Oh, well, you hate to see it. That's what we were talking about when this thing first started. Lyra Valkyria going to have to deal with the former 2-time Women's World Champion Raquel Rodriguez at ringside. That very well could have been it for this matchup, but Lyra Valkyria going to have to push forward nevertheless. Oh, look at Raquel trying to swipe at the feet of Valkyria. Oh, I think Lyra's having none of it tonight. She has been in no mood the last couple of weeks. High cross body to the outside, taking out Raquel Rodriguez. Now into the top rope. And comes flying down on Liv Morgan. Oh, now Raquel trying to get back to her feet and now trying to distract Liv, or I should say distract Lyra Not allow her to go for the cover. Oh, Lyra's gonna try to shake this off before it's too late. Code breaker by Morgan. Liv gonna qualify for Australia, not just yet. And Lyra Valkyria essentially fighting a handicap match right now. It's twice now that Raquel has interfered in this contest. First distracted referee Rod Zapata, then directly distracted Lyra Valkyria that time. Lyra being forced to fight an uphill battle, which she's no stranger to, but certainly doesn't welcome. This is what you deal with when you're dealing with Liv Morgan, however, nowadays. Whether it's Raquel, whether it's Dominic Mysterio, whether it's anybody else in the Judgment Day. Lyra Valkyria, however, looking to take care of the visitor from SmackDown tonight. Discus leg lariat. Will Lyra qualify for the Elimination Chamber? Not just yet. Liv Morgan still alive. Liv Morgan last year held the Women's United States Championship over on SmackDown. Lyra Valkyria, the inaugural Intercontinental Champion, went on to win the Queen of the Ring tournament, hold the Women's Championship in the WWE for a couple of months' time. It's one of the best that the WWE Women's Division overall had to offer in 2025, now clashing in 2026 to see who will take the last spot in the Chamber matchup. Of course, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez been on the tails of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair as of late, trying to get themselves an opportunity at the women's tag team titles, but right now it's all about Liv Morgan qualifying for a matchup that could earn her a shot at the WWE Women's title, a title she held going back to 2024. Raquel Rodriguez, of course, had an opportunity to qualify for the Chamber. She was turned away by the man Becky Lynch a few weeks ago on SmackDown. Oh, look at Lyra creating the separation. Springboard crossbody. Lyra Valkyria. Said it before, we'll say it again. Not afraid to leave the soles of her boots and go high risk, high reward. Here she goes again. Liv Morgan never saw it coming, and a drop kick takes Morgan off her feet. Lyra's starting to roll. Oh, come on now, you gotta be kidding me. Once again, right out here at ringside, Raquel Rodriguez waving and screaming like a schoolgirl trying to distract Liv Morgan. This is ridiculous. It's about the third or fourth time she's intervened in this matchup, and now Liv Morgan's gonna make Lyra pay. Oh, wait a minute, hold on here. Well, I think Lyra might have just caught some luck. Referee Rod Zapata finally tossing Raquel Rodriguez from ringside. Well, for the first time in this matchup, it's actually going to be one-on-one. Lyra's essentially been fighting a handicap since the bell sounded. Raquel vanished to the backstage area, and now Lyra with Liv on top. Bulldog! Lyra soaring through the skies like the raven she is. Lyra's got Liv right where she wants her. Oh, what the hell is this now? The women's champion, Roxanne Perez, out on the stage. Making her way down the ringside, and now she's distracted Lyra. Well, a lot of history here. Perez, dare I say, knows Lyra's a threat. Liv from behind, stacking up Valkyria. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that sucks.
Here is your winner, Liv.
Roxanne Perez has once again screwed Lyra Valkyria. First at the Rumble, and now in this Chamber qualifier. Liv Morgan being handed a spot inside of the Elimination Chamber. First it was Raquel, damn near causing a handicap matchup. Then she gets tossed, and now it's Roxanne Perez aiding Liv Morgan to become the final woman in the Elimination Chamber. Well, nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, we'll try to move on here in Los Angeles and talk to you about another matchup that has been signed on officially for the Elimination Chamber. Nia Jax gets what Nia Jax so desires, an opportunity at the Women's Intercontinental Championship one-on-one with La Primera, Stephanie McCare. That is coming up in the Elimination Chamber, but coming up next here on Monday Night Raw, it is a massive six-man tag team matchup. The Bloodline meets John Cena, CM Punk, and the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes. It's a six-man tag live from Los Angeles. Up next.
case you've been living under a rock, WWE is on fire right now.
Professional wrestling is electrifying once again.
And next year, we're bringing the show of shows to Las Vegas. WrestleMania in the entertainment capital of the world. Only question is, are you ready?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a couple of months ago at the Survivor Series in New York City where the ruler, Obafemi, after making it through 3 rounds of a #1 contenders tournament, challenged Imperium's Ludwig Kaiser for the Intercontinental Championship. It was a crowning night for the ruler on that night, conquering Kaiser and becoming the Intercontinental Champion. His first defense came on the first Raw, I should say the final Raw of 2025, where he defeated a wounded Sami Zayn, but unfortunately the celebration was short-lived as Kaiser would re-emerge and set his sights on Obafemi. Kaiser has continued to be a thorn in the side of Obafemi. Next week on Monday Night Raw, the next chapter of their rivalry will be written live from the SAP Center in San Jose, California. Kaiser gets his highly anticipated rematch. He goes one-on-one with Obafemi. The Intercontinental Championship will be on the line live next Monday night in San Jose. But it is time for your main event. And we got a massive one on hand. 6-man tag team matchup live in the middle of Crypto.com Arena in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California. Get ready. This is going to be a war.
The following contest is a 6-man tag match. On their way to the ring, accompanied by Solo Sikoa and a combined weight of 724 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Tama, and Jacob Fatu, the Bloodline.
Well, the Bloodline could be on the verge of a banner evening come the Elimination Chamber. You look at Tama, Tonga, and Tonga Loa already the World Tag Team Champions, and I hate to say it, but the Bloodline have wiped the floor. They have picked apart the Wyatt Six over the last couple of months. Tama, Tonga, and Tonga Loa, the rightful holders of the Tag Team Gold because of it. Then you got Jacob Fatu on the verge of a matchup against John Cena, and then you got Solo Sikoa, who is one of the 5 men that have qualified thus far for the men's Elimination Chamber matchup. A matchup that could catapult Solo Sikoa into a World Heavyweight Championship affair in Las Vegas at WrestleMania. The final boss is planned for the Bloodline takeover to continue, for the Bloodline to hold all the power here in WWE. Could be one step closer to coming into fruition at the Elimination Chamber. But of course, regardless of who leaves the Elimination Chamber as the undisputed WWE Champion, they await this man, the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match winner, and the man who will challenge for the WWE title in the main event at WrestleMania. The Second City Saint is live in the City of Angels. The best in the world has come itching for a fight.
And the opponents, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds,
Well, CM Punk, who has been involved in the Bloodline warfare going back to the fall, I'm sure is itching to put one of these men asleep, especially after The Rock had CM Punk's name in his mouth 2 weeks ago. Well, remember what Cody Rhodes said earlier tonight. He would love to guarantee that he'll stand across the ring from one of his closest friends in this industry. That being CM Punk come WrestleMania for the Undisputed Championship. But that is no guarantee as Cody awaits the final boss, the man he stood eye to eye with earlier tonight in The Rock, come Perth, Australia. But CM Punk, either way you spin it, guaranteed has got himself a golden opportunity at the grandest stage of them all. The franchise is in the house.
From Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest of all time, John Cena!
For the last time in his illustrious career, John Cena charges down the aisle in the same building where he won his very first undisputed WWE Championship 21 years ago at WrestleMania. John Cena will retire once and for all at this year's WrestleMania, but he's got a couple more pit stops to make, tonight included, an Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia included, where he goes one-on-one with the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu for the first time ever. We got the Royal Rumble winner. We got the greatest of all time. But what about their tag team partner? The undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, back out here in LA. Gotta be fired up after that face-to-face confrontation with The Rock earlier tonight. Cody now walks into battle with some oh-so-familiar opposers in tonight's main event.
And from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes!
And the rightful WWE Champion at that. Cody Rhodes just a few short weeks ago won that gold, but are his days numbered? Sunday night, February the 15th, the great one, the final boss, The Rock is gunning for the championship around the waist of the American Nightmare. Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of combustible elements in this six-man tag team matchup, which is underway right here and right now from Los Angeles, California. An all-star team, CM Punk, John Cena, and the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes up against the World Tag Team Champions Tonga, Tama, and that unhinged Samoan, Jacob Fatu. Oof. Well, of course, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, John Cena, and along with Seth Rollins, the four men who were a part of Team Cena back at Survivor Series, the team that tore down the Bloodline on that night. Cody lastly eliminating Roman Reigns, and certainly the Bloodline has been shaken to its foundation ever since. Right now, it is Tonga and Tama, who have been on quite the run as of late here on Monday Night Raw, that stand alongside Jacob Fatu, and I'm sure all these men got strict orders from their leader, the final boss, The Rock, to incapacitate and send some emphatic messages to CM Punk, John Cena, and Cody Rhodes here tonight ahead of the Elimination Chamber. Jacob Fatu going after CM Punk in the corner. I'm sure they would love to cut the ring in half, isolate one of the opponents, and make this a long night for Punk, Cody, and Cena. Jacob Fatu, who dropped Cena last week on Raw with that savate kick in the middle of the Ball Arena in Denver. They will clash for the first time ever one-on-one in Perth, Australia in Opus Stadium. The Bloodline, of course, accompanied by Solo Sikoa tonight, the man who at one point in time we thought was the leader. Of course, we found out in recent months here on Monday Night Raw that it has always been the final boss, The Rock, even going back to last spring, pulling the strings. He's the man who brought Jacob Fatu in. He's the man who signed Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa to Monday Night Raw, and is the man who originally wanted to anoint Solo Sikoa as the new tribal chief, but of course the true tribal chief, Roman Reigns, continuously had stood in the way of the final boss. The Rock showing his true cards in recent months on Monday Night Raw. The Rock and his army sending Roman Reigns to the wasteland. And now he is looking to bring the WWE Championship back to the Bloodline himself. Of course, John Cena had a couple of interactions with The Rock prior to Survivor Series. Got dropped with a rock bottom dead center of the ring multiple times. All having to do with the championship that John Cena held at the time. I'm sure if Cena was still the champion today, it would be him challenging The Rock one-on-one for the title at the Elimination Chamber. And as The Rock said 2 weeks ago on Raw, it is Cody Rhodes who draws the unfortunate honor of going one-on-one with the Great One in Perth, Australia. John Cena with other business to handle. As we heard from Jacob Fatu last week, there is still a score to settle. John Cena still with a toll to be paid to the Bloodline. One of the men who crossed the family in recent months. Fatu and company have not forgotten. First, they were trying to isolate CM Punk. Punk was lucky enough to make the tag. Now it's John Cena who's caught in the crosshairs. All the World Tag Team Champions, as well as the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. Certainly an all-star lineup opposing the Bloodline tonight, but if recent times have shown us anything on Monday Night Raw, it doesn't matter who you are, where you've been, what you've accomplished. When you step to the Bloodline, you're going to be in for a fight, and look at the World Tag Team Champions here. Oh man, just talk about sucking up to the final boss. It was a pair of people's elbows to John Cena. Well, I'm sure they don't care about being nothing but cogs in the machine. They're the World Tag Team Champions. Everything's going right for them right now. John Cena kicking out, however, and this six-man tag team main event going to progress. Let it kicked out, but far from thriving at the given moment. Back to the corner once more. Tama, Loa, and Fatu all taking shots at the greatest of all time. And John Cena laid out in the far corner. Now a tag made to Jacob Fatu, and Fatu going to get his hands on the franchise less than 2 weeks before the Elimination Chamber. Uh-oh, John Cena rolling to the outside here. Unfortunately, I think there's nowhere to run for the unhinged Samoan werewolf, who takes it to the sky and comes crashing down on Cena. Jacob Fatu does not give a damn about others' well-being, and certainly doesn't mind putting his own body in harm's way. Oh, look at Cody Rhodes. Cody's had enough of the isolation. Cody's itching to get his hands on any member of the Bloodline. Dropping Jacob Fatu with a bionic elbow. Cody Rhodes, who's yet to even legally be involved in this matchup, softening up Jacob Fatu, giving Cena a moment to breathe. And now John Cena starting to unload. Got a bone to pick with the man who dropped him in the middle of Denver last week on Raw. And there's the tag to the new undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. Goes to show you the level of respect between all these men. Oh, I think, whoa, wait a minute here. Oh, I think that was obviously an accident. I think Punk accidentally was looking to go for a shot on Jacob Fatu, and I think he might have caught Cody Rhodes a little bit. I think Rhodes' bell might have been wrong. Rhodes went after Fatu and accidentally knocked Punk off the apron there. Well, just a little miscommunication, nothing they can't bounce back from, but unfortunately, now a tag has been made, and we got fresh legs in the Bloodline corner. On half of the World Tag Team Champions, Tama Tonga looking to halt the momentum of the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. Less than 2 weeks before Cody walks into what now may be the biggest match of his career against The Rock. Cody Rhodes now back into the corner, back in a bloodline corner, we shall say. Tag made to Jacob Fatu. Little tandem offense here by the Samoans. Trying to drive Cody through the damn ring. Been very bloodline dominant heavy in this matchup. Another close call there. That's how dangerous those men are. And again, not to sound like a broken record, but I'm sure the final boss, The Rock, gave these men the rundown before they walked down the aisle tonight. Hurt Cody Rhodes, take care of CM Punk, put the beating on John Cena. These are men that have crossed us. These are men that have gotten in our way, have taken away the WWE Championship, have tried to stop us on our road to power and control. Get the job done here tonight. Cody Rhodes not looking to allow it, however. Signature into the arsenal of the WWE Champion. Taking the fight to Tonga Loa, whipping him off to the far corner. Full head of steam, comes the American Nightmare. Tonga Loa looking up at the lights of Crypto.com Arena, just caught a knee for his troubles. Cody Rhodes starting to kick into a new gear. Uh-oh, Cody Cutter. Look for the pinfall here, but you gotta watch your back. Jacob Fatu sneaking in and getting a shot in on Cody Rhodes that time. And down goes Fatu. Oh, well, Cody Rhodes turned his back, and now Solo Sikoa at ringside, trying to distract the WWE Champion. It's going to allow Tonga Loa to come from behind. He's got Cody up, and he sends him down, running his crown. Into the cover on the Undisputed Champion, another near fall. Not so much an enthusiastic kick out, but a kick out nevertheless. Tag made to Tama Tonga once more. Those two men, the Tongans, running roughshod over the Wyatt Six in recent memory. Taking away the World Tag Team Championships from them at Survivor Series, retaining them just a few weeks ago at the Royal Rumble. There's Cody Rhodes, however, in much need of a rally. Bionic elbow this time to Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga now the one looking up at the lights of Crypto.com Arena. Not sure Tama knows where he is at the given moment as Cody Rhodes trying to regroup, trying to put together a game plan. Tag made to one of his closest friends in this industry, the Second City Saint, CM Punk, who just caught an assist off the top rope. Royal Rumble match winner, the man who will challenge either Cody or The Rock for the Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania. Punk's got history with both men. I'm sure would rather battle Cody Rhodes in a respective competition between two close friends rather than an ugly warfare against The Rock. But nevertheless, Punk is going to WrestleMania, and he's going to give it his damnedest. And another near fall in this highly competitive six-man tag team main event. We are live from Los Angeles, California, less than 2 weeks before our trip to Perth, Australia for the 2026 Elimination Chamber, one of the most dangerous stops on the road to WrestleMania. DDT. Elevated DDT by Tama Tonga. CM Punk may be out for good, but not just yet. A lot of cheap shots being thrown by the Bloodline in this matchup, and look at that, like clockwork. Well, Tama Tonga better realize where he's at. CM Punk back on his feet. Big time Saito suplex. Dropping Tama right on the back of his neck. CM Punk now whipping Tama off. Referee Adrian Butler nearly getting caught up in the crosshairs of this matchup. A lot of moving parts to keep up with. High knee. Clothesline. CM Punk no stranger to fighting these Samoans. Now on top. Macho Man Escaldo! Now keep your eyes on Loa, who's going to break things up and make sure that CM Punk and company won't be victorious tonight. Tag made of the franchise, John Cena, the last time he'll ever compete here in Los Angeles, California. Oh, it's Cena missing wildly. John Cena, now your legal competitor. Tama Tonga going to run him over. Tag made to Jacob Fatu. And once more, we get an Elimination Chamber preview between Fatu and Cena. Cena with a bone to pick against the man who dropped him last week. Fatu looking to take care of a man who has wronged the bloodline in recent months. Each man with their own motivations willing to go through one another to get the job done. Fatu off the sidestep. John Cena might have got caught. One of the savate kick that dropped Cena last week. Cena countered. End of days. Uh-oh. Loaded up for a little 5-knuckle shuffle. Cena into the cover and oh, well, Solo Sikoa distracting referee Adrian Butler, that son of a bitch, at ringside, taking the eye on the ball of the man in the stripes. Well, John Cena ticked off, trying to throw a haymaker at Tonga. That's not going to work out for him. Jacob Fatu coming from behind and dropping the franchise. And now a tag made to Loa. John Cena on the apron in bloodline territory, and down goes Cena as Loa just sends him to the wolves. Well, referee Adrian Butler better step in. Solo Sikoa should not be putting his hands on Cena. Referee Adrian Butler better get involved here before things go from bad to worse for the franchise player on World Wrestling Entertainment. The bloodline have their way. John Cena is going to be dragging his body into Perth, Australia. Well, there you see Cody and Punk hustled up to the opposite side of the ring, starting to go after the bloodline. Things breaking down at ringside here. Gotta watch Solo Sikoa as well, who was not legally involved in this matchup, but Fatu, Solo, Tama on the far side of the ring with the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. John Cena down in the ring. CM Punk's hoping to make a tag with a fresh pair of legs and realizes he needs to go help Cody. Referee Adrian Butler certainly has his hands full right now. Things are breaking down on the outside of the ring. Cena. Uh-oh! Attitude adjustment on Tonga Loa. Bloodline backs are turned. Cena got the win. Things were going haywire at ringside. Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, who shouldn't even put his hands on anybody to begin with, but nevertheless caught up in the fire at ringside with CM Punk and the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes. Well, all that chaos, leaving John Cena and one half of the World Tag Team Champions in Tonga Loa inside the confines of the ring. Tonga Loa looked to be closing in on victory, but he can never discount the efforts of John Cena. Even so close to the end of the line, Cena promised to give every single fight everything he's got, and that includes here tonight. Catching Loa with an attitude adjustment, and Cena scores the win for his team in his final appearance in Los Angeles, California.
Here are your winners, the team of CM Punk, John Cena, and Cody Rhodes.
Well, dare I say, balls in the core of The Rock. He wants to get the bloodline on track. He wants the bloodline to have all the power, all the control. He better get the job done at the Elimination Chamber. An all-star team stands tall as Monday Night Raw signs off. Good night from Los Angeles.